we have to discuss electric motor. So first we will see what this device is. So electric motor is a device which converts electric energy into mechanical energy. I am repeating again, electric motor is a device which converts electric energy into mechanical energy. Means what? That input to the electric motor is electric current. Means we are giving electric current to electric motor, and that electric motor, it is converting the electric energy into mechanical energy. Means output is mechanical energy. Input is electric current to the electric motor, and output is mechanical energy. So, on which principle this electric motor works, that we have to discuss. But before that, keep it always in your mind that any device, it works on some principle. So definitely that electric motor is also a device, so it will work on one principle. So when a current carrying conductor, or when a conductor which is carrying electric current, means that current is flowing through that conductor, means a current carrying conductor, when it is placed in magnetic field, it will experience a force. When a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it will experience a force. That is one principle, and on that principle this electric motor works. We have discussed already one experimental setup to clear the Fleming's left hand rule. For that, we have considered one experimental setup. Two stands we have taken. On one stand, one horseshoe type magnet is placed, and on another stand, a current carrying conductor is fixed. Then, when the current flows from top to bottom, that horseshoe type magnet will provide magnetic field, and in that magnetic field one current carrying conductor is placed. That one current carrying conductor is fixed on another stand, and on one stand one horseshoe type magnet is placed. Can you recall that topic? Then when the current flows from top to bottom, that conductor is shifted, or it is bent on RHS side, and when the direction of current is from bottom to top, then it will bend to left hand side. Means depending on the direction of current, that current carrying conductor, when it is placed in a magnetic field, depending on the direction of electric current, it will bend to different positions. And that Fleming's left hand rule, from that Fleming has formulated one rule. If we stretch thumb, index finger and middle finger in such a way that they are perpendicular to each other, then if thumb indicates the motion of conductor, direction of motion of conductor, and index finger indicates the direction of magnetic field, then middle finger will indicate the direction of electric current flowing through that conductor. You have to remind, you have to prepare, and you have to fix in your mind that Fleming's left hand rule. I am again repeating, if we stretch thumb, index finger and middle finger in such a way that they are perpendicular to each other, then if thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor and index finger indicates the direction of magnetic field, then middle finger will indicate the direction of electric current flowing through that conductor. That is the Fleming's left hand rule, and for that experimental setup we have taken, and on that same principle this electric motor works. Then see here, this is the block diagram, not a circuit diagram. This is a block diagram of electric motor. Means the parts, they are indicated by some blocks here. So the next part is the construction of electric motor. First is what is that device, second on which principle that device works, third part is construction of that electric motor, and fourth part is the working of electric motor. So in construction you have to describe how the various parts they are connected in this electric motor, and of which material or in which way that parts are made or prepared or produced. So here north and south poles of magnet, means this is a strong magnet, then this is a iron core, this armature coil, axle, battery, switch, all that parts, how they are connected and how they are prepared, that you have to explain in that construction part topic. So here the parts are armature coil. See here, this A, B, C, D. This is the armature coil that you have to describe. Then second part is strong magnet. Then here the split ring commutator, R1, R2 here. Then carbon brushes you have to describe. Then battery. So all that you have to describe in that construction part. So first is armature coil. So how this armature coil is prepared, that you have to describe. A large number of turns. If you put a thread on that reel, you are saying you are that kite, right? If you want to play that kite, you are using one reel, and on that thread it is wound. So number of turns of, in the same way, the number of turns of insulated copper wire, they are wound on this iron core. Number of turns of insulated copper wire are wound on iron core, and this iron core is rectangular in shape. At the center one rectangular iron core is taken, and on that the number of turns of insulated copper wire, means copper wire is not naked, it is insulated, means one plastic coating is there. We know that copper wire is a conductor, and on that one insulated coating, that is plastic, it is a insulator, it is wound or it is fixed. And that wire, simply if you consider the wires which we are using in our houses, so that is also a insulated copper wire. So it is wound, number of turns of that insulated copper wire, they are wound on a rectangular shape iron core. And that armature coil is produced in this way. And for what purpose this iron core, that armature coil is there in the electric motor, that we will see in the working, how it works. Then the strong magnet, this armature coil, it is placed between the two pole pieces, north pole piece and south pole piece. That two, we know that the two ends of magnets, they are one end is indicated north pole, another end is indicated as a south pole. So this armature coil is placed in between the north and south pole pieces of a strong magnetic strong magnet, so that it will provide some strong magnetic field. Then then the next part is split ring commutator. Here the two holes, means if we cut a bangle into the two parts, the two holes, two half circles or two semicircle. We are using the word in geometry, that semicircle. In that shape, that two split rings commutators are there, which are fixed on the axle of the electric motor. And again, this split ring commutator is there for what purpose? This split ring commutator, it will reverse the direction of electric current flowing through the armature coil. It will reverse, it will change the direction of electric current flowing through this armature coil. These two ends of this armature coil, they are also fixed to the split ring commutator, and the split ring commutator will reverse the direction of electric current flowing through this armature coil. Then the next is the carbon brushes. Carbon brushes, they are fixed on that split ring commutators. We have indicated that split ring commutators by R1 and R2, two holes, they are fixed on the axle, and the two ends of armature coil, they are fixed to the split ring commutator. Then again, the split ring commutator, the two carbon brushes are there, which are fixed on that split rings R1 and R2 to press the commutator rails. What is the function of that carbon brushes? To press the commutator rings. Then the next is battery. So battery will supply, means here the battery, the voltage is applied, current is flowing through the armature coil. Means battery will provide the current which will flow through the armature coil ABC. So that are the this is the description of this diagram. That it comes under the heading construction of electric motor. Then we have to see the working of electric motor, how this electric motor works. That is the next that part in this topic.